Hello everybody, this is Val, but this is how you do it. I just took a shower, did a wash and go with wash my hair with conditioner only. For those that don't know, I do have natural hair. Um and this is it. Now, I took my lashes off and I wore my lashes since Saturday. I just took them off today. Um I, I washed my hair, but they didn't mess up really bad. I cleaned them up and put them back in the stand. They're wet and they will be drying up. And so I'm keeping my lashes, and I'm going to put on some different lashes because these have glitter on them. So if you want to stay tuned to see me apply lashes, I will be doing that. First of all, I'm going to prime my face. Looking at those creases in my eyes, see if I have any. Trying to do some with that light, y'all. I don't know. Put some of this on here. Finger. Just in case. An ounce of prevention, y'all. An ounce of prevention. I'm looking at my lighting, y'all. That's all. It's not 5 o'clock. It's probably 7 this morning. And so my lighting is a little different because of the time of day it is. And this is a primer for my foundation that I'm putting on. Rubbing that in. Well, might as well just get it all where in the places where I do put my makeup. I'm gonna put on my foundation. Mixing a light foundation and a dark foundation together. I was going to use my sponge, but I didn't bring any water in here today, so I'll use my brush again. That's not being prepared. I hadn't been on in a while. And I didn't film the cookout, which I did have the camera in my vest, but I didn't take it out to film it. I guess there was so much going on. I didn't take the time to do it, which I should have. That's feel like hair on my face, y'all. Trying to think of what I'm supposed to be doing next. Now I'm put my foundation on for my eyeshadow. Looking for a lipstick to put on. It's more like a gloss, y'all. Moisturize. I'm put my I keep going to the side. Let me put this mirror over here. Got so much red there. If I put my hand on anything, it'll be a red one. So I put this on and give it a pinkish look with that gloss. That's Wet n Wild. Okay. This is a palette I got from the Dollar Tree. Using the airbrush. Doing something quick. Like this is a everyday makeup here. Everyday makeup and lashes. Oh, I know it's not perfectly put on. I'm just getting it on the face and then I'll blend it once I get it on the face, y'all. Now I have a blending brush. My thing is just get it on the face and let your brushes fix it for you. Ain't enough brush in that blending brush. Feel like it's rubbing hard and ain't doing nothing. Okay, eyeliner. Do have my coffee. We went in the hole for with the fish fry. We went $260 in the hole. With all that was spent with preparing with gas and batter and you know all the stuff it takes to plan an event. I think we spent like $460 and we only made like $210 back, so we went in the hole with it. We didn't make our money back, and plus we did not make a profit. It was cold the first time, and then it was we made like $170 the first night. The second night we made sort of like $160, but we had to go back and get a propane gas tank and some more battery. So the first $100 we made, we end up spending that back. So that's why it ended up being an extra. That's for the next event. Now, if we would have just sold liquor and beer, we would have made a profit. But the person that went in with us, they sold the liquor and beer. They made their money back the first night. And I told Willie that we should sell the liquor and beer, you know. And it's kind of strange how when we let people go in with us, they end up making the money and we don't. And the food was the most expensive thing, but even though you charge $4 or $5 to sell it, you pay more to buy it, you know. And you can pay like $20 for a bottle of liquor, and you sell it by the shots, and you sell your beer for $2, and you pay $18 for it. You end up making $36, and you only paid you know, you understand? So you're really not supposed to let other people sell while you selling. You can let them rent your place, but if they selling while you selling, that cut into your business, you know. But that's business talk, y'all. I know better. But we were just throwing out, and we couldn't afford to buy the food and the liquor, so someone else bought the liquor, and that's the reason that went like that. But the next day we could have bought some liquor, and they could have sold out. But then they came back with some more. So that means, you see how that is? Okay, now, if they would have just sold out and then we would have started selling, then we could have made a profit. But by them selling theirs, and then when they came back the next time, they bought cases more and bottles, and so that put us in the point that they got to sell out. You get me? So that means that the second time we didn't make any money either. So we have to revamp this thing and really just talk business instead of friend kind of stuff, you know. Because the Grand Villa is a business if we're going to start selling. If you're going to sell something, you know, it's business. It's not friend. And I'm sure y'all get what I'm coming to. I'm just talking to y'all right now. This ain't nothing. Well, I already talked to Willie about it. And I told him that the next function we have, we'll open it up like a club and sell the beverages. Now, if I want to start cooking something and whatever that's in the freezer and just start cooking and the people smelling and start eating, that's fine. But it won't be a plan like I'm cooking this and cooking that. You know, get them to drinking and then start frying something and whet their appetite. And then they say, what's cooking? Then you sell it like that. Even if it's just hot dogs on the grill, you know. If you have some chicken, you have some chicken. If you have some fish, you have some fish. But you don't go out and break the bank on buying stuff like that. We did catch the chicken on sale. It was like $40. Not $40, but $60 a case. And a brick of whiting was $35. That's what Willie said, $35. Then, of course, the tilapia. Oh, I didn't show y'all that, did you? I'm telling y'all about it. Somebody asked me how did it go. The next one will be better because it'll be in the summertime. And when we're selling, nobody else sell. That'll be one of our rules. Nobody else. Friend, other club. Because it cuts into your profit. Now, they can rent the place, rent a booth, and we're not doing anything. Rent several booths. But while we're doing something, no. If we don't have it, enough money to stock up the freezer or the refrigerator or whatever, once we start selling, if somebody got to go to the store, if we start out with one case, and somebody got to go back to the store and get another case, that's the way it'll be. Or one bottle. And once you sell enough to get another bottle, go get another one. I mean, you know, you have to start somewhere, y'all. You can't just wait till you just get a mass amount and then say, I'm not going to do anything because we don't have enough. Start with what you got. And I think that's how a lot of people fail in trying to do stuff, because they want to be perfect. They want to have everything lined up, everything they need to get started. Well, you ain't always got everything you need to get started. Because it's some people that started their own cleaning business, and all they had was a rag and a box of dust cleanser. and they went and knocked on people's doors and cleaned their bathrooms. That's how they started their business service. So you can't have your truck, and you ain't got to have your truck and all of your vacuum cleaners and 7 employees and get started. Sometimes you start with a rag and a box of dust cleanser, and you build an empire. Now this is just a little talk, but you know, when you're dealing with somebody and you learning them and seeing how things go, and this was supposed to have been a fundraiser for our organization, you learn the people you work with too. And so I was picking up on, why did this person go out and restock when they had already made their money and only about this much was out of the bottle of Paul and about that much out of the bottle of vodka, and then they still had a whole bottle of gin, and they still had 20 cases, because I did inventory. They had 20 cases of, not 20 cases, but 20 Bud Light left, and 27 Budweiser's left, and they made $170. They spent about $160 to get started, and so they still had to sell that the second day. But then when they came back, they brought 2 more cases of beer and 2 more bottles, another bottle of Paul and another bottle of vodka. So that would push us out even until they still hadn't sold out, and they made all of their money back from what they just bought and more. And they won't sell, they haven't sell out. So what I told Willie to do after the party, and I was doing the cleanup, with the beer that was left, and we still had the boxes, put it back in the boxes and clean up and take his liquor, bag it up. Don't leave it at our place, because we don't know when we're going to have another function. Pack it up so he can put it in his truck and take it with him. And the next time we have a function, I'm starting to stock the refrigerator now. If it's just that I get a case of beer each payday, and just put the whole case in there in the refrigerator, and that's how we stock it up. And then every now and then get a bottle of liquor, because I'm really tired of opening the Grand Villa and we don't make no money. This is the 4th time we opened the Grand Villa, because we did a beer bash, and the person that was over the beer bash told us they didn't make no money. They had to pay the DJ, because the DJ was $300 some, and they didn't give us anything. And then we had another thing where they were selling, and then I think we got $60 out of that, and it was more than 400 people at the place. And see, stuff like that. And then there was one time we had something and we didn't get anything that time. And I just told Willie that this has got to stop, that this is our place and we don't make no money out of it. And then we have the toilets. We have to clean the toilets, deodorize the toilets. I have candles on every table. I lit the fire. We're using our gas for the stove, the grill, and the deep fryer. All the ice that was bought for the liquor, we got it. And see, and that was like it was a lot. It was a lot of ice. I think, let me see, it was like them big old long white coolers. We had about 2 of those and stuff like that. But it's going to get it. It's working. And I was so tired, y'all. That's why I haven't been doing my videos. I was so tired when I built that barbecue, that fire pit. Hauling them rocks, they were heavy, and building that was tiring. And I covered the fence with felt all the way around. That was tiring. getting the place together by ourselves, and when somebody going in with you and saying they gonna do something with you, it's not so much of the profit, the money thing. That's fine. That's like chump change. But the thing is, they didn't help me get the place together. When they came, Willie doing something, they stopped him from working, talked to him instead of helping him work. And Willie got COPD. See, and he's sitting there huffing and puffing and breathing, and these other people coming in, standing around talking. And then when they leave, he still got to do the work. See, stuff like that I was looking at. Like I said, the beer, the liquor, and it don't matter, because we're gonna do that anyway. We're gonna do just like that particular guy told us. When we're having something, nobody else sell nothing. We're gonna take his advice, because he told us not to rent no booths out. So, and he said when somebody else, when we're doing something, don't let nobody else do nothing. But he didn't realize he was doing us like that. And I was looking like he was saying, don't rent no booths out because we lose money. But you're here, and we didn't get nothing, not even booth money. So, you know, some people don't really realize that they talk against what other people doing, but you're doing it too. Why? Because we're friends? It's still a business. So your friends, y'all, I guess that's what I'm about this morning. Your friends assume that everything you do or what you have is theirs. I built the Grand Villa. The Grand Villa is 10 years old. And then somebody that don't know the history of it and why it was built, and then they say tear it down or close it in or do this or do that, and then we're going to have a bike thing. We can do a bike thing, true enough, but the Grand Villa is the Grand Villa, and Bones Riders is Bones Rider. Those two different entities. Bones Riders just been in existence since July. What's July? Probably what, 4 or 5 months? And they have to start just like I started. They have to build themselves up. Get them a building. Build a building. Rent a building. And build it up. Just like I did. They don't just come out and say, well, I'm going to take over your place and just, it's going to be like that. No, that's not going to work, because Val ain't going to let it work. And this is Val. But this is how you do it. Telling y'all, if you want to start something, start with what you have. When you take in investors, they will take over your place, and then it will be theirs and not yours. And then you will be actually working for them, and they're making the money. Don't let it happen. If you have to start with a rag and a dust cleanser and a box of dust cleanser, don't borrow nobody. Vacuum cleaner, talking about let me rent your vacuum cleaner. Don't do this, don't do that. If you make enough money on that first house cleaning, go buy your vacuum cleaner. And taking my own advice, when we made enough money on that first sale, we should have went and bought our own liquor, right? And I'm not complaining. I'm just giving a little bit of wisdom off what we go through, because this is what this channel is all about, right? When something happens to one of us and we learn from it, we share the information, so you don't have to go through the hard knocks if you listen. Now, we all gonna hear this, but some of us gonna have to hit it for ourselves, and some of us gonna hear it and she's gonna say, look, I'm gonna start where I am with what I got, and I'm gonna build from that. And some gonna say, won't you go in with me? And then they're gonna see, they're gonna be the person with the name on the building, but they ain't making no money. It's the person that investing in their business making all the money. And this is velvet. This is how you do it. Try to do it yourself. Bye-bye now.